you're here, please show one or two emojis. Let me be sure that you're here with me. I'm not talking to myself. Please, I hope we are familiarized ourselves with this app already. So if you have any questions, you just use the electronic hand raise. I'm going to dive into it.
Hello, welcome. Good evening, everyone. I want to say a big thank you to you for joining on this free webinar. I'm not asking for anything. All I'm asking is that you follow this principle I'm about to share with you and you change your financial situation, because it's high time we actually change this. We are saying Nigeria is owing so much money, Nigeria is owing so much money. It actually starts from us, right? I realized that a lot of people have been saying that, oh, after all, my own country is owing, how much more, how much am I owing you? So why should you bother me over the little amount of money when my country is owing billions? That should not be an inspiration for us. Rather, we should be able to put our shit together, put our money together, and know where our money is going. Let's not continue living our life anyhow. That is the essence of this video, right? That's the essence of this video. That's the reason I'm sharing this with you all this evening. So I'm about to share my screen so that we can jump at it of this webinar today. So I'm talking about debt, financial freedom, how we can get out of debt specifically. That is what this webinar. Have you realized that when you earn your money, when you get your income, you get that profit in the business you're doing, when you get that salary in the work you are doing, you end up, giving everybody else the money you collected. The money just passed through you, but you are not even getting anything yourself. You can't say, oh, this is the one thing I've been able to do with my money for myself. This is the course I was able to buy. This is the book I was able to buy. This is the nails I was able to make for the ladies. This is the hair I was able to make. This is the shoe I was able to buy from this particular income. You're not able to do anything meaningful. You pay your family members, you sort everybody out, but you can only buy airtime or data for yourself at the end of the day. So that is the reason, because of this pain, that is the reason we are here this evening, to teach every one of us, how to go about it. Now, I want to ask you this question. Does this sound like you? You earn money, but it disappears before month end. A lot of us, in fact, I've been in these shoes for years. That is the reason I know. When the money comes immediately like this, bam. In fact, the money does not even last till 2 p.m. that same day if it drops in the morning. If it drops in the evening, the money will not even, you will not sleep. But you're busy sending money here and there to clear some things. You will not sleep until the next morning. When it's 12 a.m. the next day, the money has finished. If you are in that kind of shoe, this sounds like you, then you are in the right place. You owe people and carry that weight silently. You are owing so much persons. You are owing OP, you are owing PAMPE, you are owing your church member in church, you are owing your girlfriend, you are owing your boyfriend, you are owing your in-law. In fact, as bad as that, some of you are owing your in-laws, you are owing, your sister, your brother, you're owing your mom, your dad. You just borrow me this one, let me quickly do this and that, and at the end of the day you are unable to pay. You owe that weight, you carry it silently and nobody knows about it. You have tried to do budget, but nothing sticks. You have tried budget, but nothing sticks. You have tried so many things. You've tried to write it down, you have tried to do this and that, but at the end of the day the money still vanishes. You don't know how it happens. If you are here, that means you are in the right place. You feel like ashamed, like it is your fault. It's not your fault. Some principles are, especially with Nigerians, Africans, there are some little words that have been said to us, that we are so familiar with, that automatically, subconsciously, has made our minds think, to be a debtor is a good thing. Like to have bad character, to have lack of character. Those billionaires who owe money, because I'm very sure a lot of you know that some billionaires owe money. Those billionaires who owe money, they owe money from having character. Like you are able to tell somebody that by this time tomorrow, I'm going to refund this money, and you refund the money. You are able to confidently tell somebody that by this time next year, if you give me so amount of money, I will give you with the returns, and it does not pass that day. And even if he wants to pass that day, you have an explanation to the person. You have character, you have integrity. That is where those billionaires are going to get there. But if you are here, you feel like is your fault that you are in debt, then you are in the right place. You don't know where to even begin. Some of you don't even know. You don't even know where to start. You are so confident that comes into my account. Immediately it comes like this. I don't know. I'm even left with 3K at the end of the day. Some of you feel like, oh, it's because those of you that are Christians, it's because I'm paying tithe. That is the reason that I can't afford anything else for myself. Then you scramble the tithe. It's because I'm giving too much. That's the reason I can't afford this and that. If you are here, then you are in the right place. You are not alone. You know, millions of Nigerians are stuck in the same cycle, this same thing. They pursue the money until they enter grave. You know, I don't know if any of you have seen that video where we have a man pursuing money, dollar in front until the man entered the grave and he could not still get the money at the end of the day. You're working hard, you're earning money, you still, and you know, at the end of the month, nothing is there to show for it. You're unable to pay your rent, you're unable to change your phone, you're unable to change that wig you've been wearing for years. The problem is not your income. The problem is no one ever taught you the system. There's a system towards it. They teach every other thing in school, but the things we actually need in life to go ahead to function properly in life is not properly taught. And this is the problem. That's the reason I decided to put up this free webinar for everybody to be able to get this idea and get out of debt intentionally. I give you 1 year. Consistently do this, depending on the kind of debt you are in, you'll be out of it in 1 year. Now, this is a system. It is not willpower. It's not like I feel like I want to. I feel like getting out of debt, but I don't know how I keep finding myself in debt again. No, it is a system. You have to intentionally work out of it. You have to intentionally work out of it. Now, who am I? My name is Deborah Funke Omotayo Emmanuel. I'm the CEO of the Fund Enterprise and DFP. I'm a financial freedom coach and content creator. I'm the founder of Deborah's TV. You can go on YouTube, ownership from debt to border in a course where you can get, you know, everything how I went through debt, you know, in my life. I helped hundreds of persons reclaim control of their money. I know what it feels like to owe money, my people. And you know, you have to smile through the pain. I feel like nothing is happening. I did for Unamuna, no worry. I built this system because I needed it myself, and it worked. Not just once, but twice. Like I've been in debt twice. Now I'm here to walk you through it. That is the reason we are here this evening. So please get ready. Get your pen and your book and get ready to dive in. Now, this is exactly what you have to do with your money. You map every debt, first of all. Map every debt. How do you map every debt? Write exactly the amount you owe. I don't know if I should give us some minutes to go through that. If you are with your pen and your paper, write right now exactly the amount of money you owe. Even as small as owing your gate man. Maybe you were returning from work one day, or you were going to the office and you took bike and you told somebody in your office, please borrow me 500 naira there. That money you're owing, think about it. You have not paid till now. So write it down. No matter how little, even if it's 5 naira, write it down. No matter how big, write it down. Think about it. Who and who did you say should borrow you? They should quickly recharge you data. You will return it now. That you are yet to return till now. People you are owing, write it down. It shows it affects your integrity if you are unable to pay back. You are owing Yasikira at the junction 30,000. You are owing Mr. Lawrence 20,000. You are owing Mr. Samuel 15,000. Write it down. Write the name of the people you owe and write the amount that you owe them in front of it. Now, quickly, while you are doing, I'm going to tell you my story. Some years back, you know, I just finished, I got admission into school, right? And it was a little bit tough from home. So I had to get a teaching job. After getting the teaching job, I was offered 6,000 naira salary. I was earning, you know, I was happy with it. That, okay, at least to help me survive, put some things together and also buy my course materials for school. So I go to school when, well, you know, from Monday till the very last day of the month, when my money drops. In fact, they don't even pay me in the bank. They pay in cash. They pay salaries in cash back then. You know, so I collect my salary in cash. I sign immediately. I go to the woman selling petty trade in my area. When I get to her, she say, "Oh, it has dropped." I say, "Yes." So I ask her, how much am I owing you? She will tell me, okay, the things you are owing for is 1.5. That time, rice and beans were still very cheap and dairy. So I will give her money. she would pay. I will give her money, then I will now ask. I'll ask to buy, more things again from her. I'll pay for the previous debt I was owing. Then now owe again, and even take spaghetti, eggs, and other things. And pay for some and still leave money for some. I've already removed my salary, obviously, my tithe immediately. That's my 10% immediately. I don't joke with that. 700 naira, I've kept it. I'll be 600 naira, I've kept it aside. Then I kept some money aside also for my handout. So at the end of the day, I'm left with nothing. I'm even unable to make my hair or even buy water, because we used to go and buy water then. There's no water in the compound where we live. So we're left with nothing. Then the caretaker in the compound will come and knock and say, your NEPA bill money for this month, this is the amount. I'm confused. I don't know what to do next. They're shouting. So what do you mean by that? You use light or you don't use light? So, but I don't use too much. Okay, I will pay next month. Just help me. I'll pay together next month. It was really frustrating, right? Even transportation to go to school from them remaining from the money that I had, there was nothing left. At the end of the day, I was frustrated. I was like, what is going on with me? This is how I'm going to continue. I continued like that for about 6 months. And I said, no, this can't continue. I asked questions. I had a spiritual oversight back then. I went to meet her and she said, that she won't tell me anything, that she needs to be sure that I wanted to get out of this. How is it? How can somebody get out of this? She said, go and read books. There's knowledge everywhere. It's screaming all over. You are the one that don't know how to. So what's going on? Why? Just tell me, what do I need? Tell me this is A plus B is equal to C. Tell me 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. That is all I need to know. I don't want plenty explanation. Just tell me, go straight to the point and tell me what exactly do I need to do to get out of this. I went to read some books. I still did not get it properly. I went to her husband. He told me, go and read Kenneth Hagin's books to help you. I read some of his books, but I got lost. I'm somebody that I get lost in reading bulky books, and just slip off. I said, God help me, Holy Spirit help me. What can I get out of this debt at the end of the day? While I was just passing through, I was trying to return the book I was reading to the library. I was passing through in their living room. I remember that evening, I saw Kenneth Hagin and his wife on their TV, on Faith Channel. They were now talking about debt. Immediately, I abandoned everything I was doing. I carried a book and a pen and quickly started jotting. They talked about how they were in debt, in so much debt. Their credit loans were so high that they had to sit down and use that principle. And that was the principle that worked out for them. And I decided I cut every single one of it. I took it step by step, step 1, step 2, step 3. When I finished writing, I look at my book and say, how is it this simple? How can this simple thing be the solution? As if they knew what I was saying. They immediately said, yes, they know that it sounds simple and it looks so simple. But you won't believe that as simple as it is, some people are actually wallowing in debt and they don't know how to get out of it. And this actual simple style, this actual simple steps is what actually got them out of debt. And they were able to even accumulate some funds, and they were able to get as much as what they have currently at the moment. I was shocked, like, wow, something as simple as this, how could it be? But well, I said, let me try it now. After all, if I don't try it, I'm the one that still loses. Let me try. Let me not just, how can Papa Kenneth Hagin and his wife be giving us lamba on spray? It's not possible now. I said, let me try it. And that's how I tried it and got out of debt. In fact, the woman I used to go and buy something from in debt. She was the one now asking, you are not going to take now. I will. I said, never. I hate debt with all my heart. It's like somebody, Pastor Chris, saying that I hate poverty. He was saying, come now. I said, no, anything I cannot afford right now, I don't need to have it. So I intentionally told myself, you will nothing like that. I controlled my tongue. Nothing like you feel like eating snacks. I go to the junction and pick up the things, and I did not pay her, so I will give you later. Nothing like that. I told myself, no, I have to get out of it. Now this is a formula that works. After you must have written all your debt. I believe we're all together, please. After you have written all your debts, you've written the persons you owe, number by number, how many are there? Is it up to 10? Is it up to 100? No matter how small it is. And parents as well, you are owing your children debt. You have promised them that you will buy them bicycle. You have promised them that you will send them to another school. Write it down. You are owing them and you know how much the fees is. Don't promise your children what you will not do. Yes, that's another debt as well. Now here's a formula that works. You're going to have 5 smart buckets. Even if you are earning as small as 7,000 naira, yes, I said that I earn 7,000 naira. So if you are earning 70,000, don't say, how much is my salary? That's more money, and you just need to earn more money. No, it is not true. If you don't know how to manage small amount of money, you won't be able to manage that which is much. Yes, even the Bible says so. Now you now need to know the exact month each debt will be gone. It is not a guess, it is a plan. You will know that this evening. Just follow the principle that I'm going to teach you. Now, next year, I'm supposed to now work on your money mindset. Replace every beliefs you have that after all, everybody's owing. So why not? What's the big deal? Me owing small money. Nothing like that. It's a small money I'm owing her. Even if it's money from Maggie, you are owing. Those of you that promise your wife or your husband that you buy them socks or boxers on their birthday or change their shoe, write it down. You are owing them. No matter how little, write it down. It is that belief, that mindset that is keeping you broke. And we are going to look into it. Next, we have the 5 bucket income. This is where we are coming to. Now, as a salary earner, you know that when your salary drops, you have your 100%, right? Even those that already, when their salary is coming in, they've already deducted insurance. There's some persons that they deduct insurance or pension automatically from their pay. Whatever you still have will still be your 100%. Now, if you are not a Christian here, if you are a Christian, Christians, definitely I would advise and implore you to please always pay your tithes, 10%. If you are earning 100,000 naira, your 10% is 10,000 naira. But if you are not and you don't believe in tithing, you believe in giving, give the 10% out to people. Add it into your budget. 50%, very important. You cannot live, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of God. Yes, you have done the word of God, 10%. Make sure that you eat. Eat well. You cannot, you have to feed the body that is doing the work, that is earning the money. Eat well, don't starve yourself so that when you grow old, you will not end up going to spend your children, you will not end up making your children go and be spending money on sickness and diseases on your body. So use that 50% to spend on food. If you are married, give your wife money. Let her go and buy food stuff and fill the house up every month end. Yes. If the money overflows, let her keep it and manage it. Women are more managers than men. So now, next we have 50%. Divide that money now. Have your 50% and give out for food stuff. They should not buy food stuff by a roadside. Though. These people that buy roadside food stuff, no. Go and buy food stuff where they sell in bulk, in bags. It is easier that way. Those people who buy food stuff in the rich, who buy food stuff in bag, they know what they are doing when they are buying food stuff in bulk. They buy food stuff in bulk because they know it's cheaper. People who buy in cups, it is more expensive that way. So don't buy food stuff in cups. Even if you cannot afford a half bag or quarter bag. I started as young as I was back then with, this Modu rubber. That's what I started with. I couldn't afford a bag. I couldn't afford a half bag, but I bought in modules. Instead of buying a cup, I bought in modules. If I could afford 2 modules in this month of rice, this month, I buy 2 modules of rice. I add 1 module of beans. I know that, okay, I have excess rice. I have limited beans. If beans finishes, that I don't like so much, if it finishes, I buy 2 modules of dairy. If it finishes, by next month, I know that I will have to buy more beans, a little rice, and more gari, like I've been doing. So you use 50% for food stuff. List out everything you need. Don't just go to the market. Women do that a lot. They write lists of whatever they need. Don't just go to the market without a budget. As simple as that. Don't let any money leave your hand without a budget. List out what you need. I need rice. I need beans. I need fish. Even protein. There are people who share protein now. They buy a full goat and share between 4 persons. They buy a carton of fish and share between 4 persons. People do that. If you're not aware, you have a freezer for all of that. You share with people, get links, share with people, and stock it up. So that the time when you have enough time to save in another month where there's excess in the house. People buy 25 liters of oil, groundnut oil, and they share between 2 persons, or they share between 3 or 4 persons. It depends on how many people gathered money to buy like that. So, as much as you can, ensure that you buy in bulk. Now, next year, you should plan your long-term goals with your 20%. Long-term goals. Okay, I have plans in that my land, and I want to start doing 1 or 2 things or fix the fence in that land. So I have a long-term goal there. So I want to put 20% of my income. So let's say this person is earning 100,000 naira now. 100,000 naira will have minus 10,000 naira for tithe. So obviously we have 40 for what's it called, long term now, it's 20,000 naira. You find a cowrie wise account or piggy vest to put that one and say and name it money, anything you want to do with it, that's long term goal. Next, we have 10%, 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira is short term goals. You know that every month end, your landlord comes to knock at your door for a NEPA bill. Don't wait until they knock, budget it and keep. 10,000 naira for short-term goals like that. That can be your short-term goal. Your landlord money can be your short-term goals. Your nails, your hair can be your short-term goal. You plan ahead, can be your short-term goals. Look good, perfume can also be a short-term goal. Some of us are, working so hard and we'll be sweating all over the place. Smell nice, that's another 10%. So we have 10,000 naira left. That 10K left is what you will now have to start using to pay your debt. You're worried, like, how can you say this? Funke, I'm owing 1 million naira. You ask me to use 10,000 naira to pay 1 million naira. Yes, you will not eat. No, you are going to eat and eat well. You have to fuel the body that takes care of you, right? And the remaining 10,000 naira that is left is you pay part of the debt, and you will not start paying part of the debt from the least debt. Maybe the gate man you are owing 500, you just remove 500 from the 10,000 and keep 795 and squander that one. No, you are going to start from the highest debt. Let's say from that 1 million naira debt total that you have, the highest person you are owing is 300,000. You are going to give that, call the person, all the people you are owing, first of all, one after the other, and inform them that you want to start paying their money. It's not like you don't want to pay. Now you tell them, okay, now this 300,000 now, then that I'm owing you, that's the highest person you're owing. Would you prefer that I pay you in bits? Will you separate an account separately? Let me be sending the money to when it is complete, then you remove it. Or you prefer that I keep the money, I keep the money by myself in a separate account for myself. When it is complete, I send to you in bulk. Or you prefer I pay it to you in bits. Whatever the person chooses, you do. So this 10,000 naira now, you will pay it part of the 300K. Don't add, you attack the biggest, you eat the frog. Attack the biggest debt first. Don't start from the least, no. Attack the biggest debt. When you go through this 300,000 naira, the first month, let's say this is August. This is August, right? Next month, then you calculate, okay, how many 10,000 naira can I find in 300,000? How many 10,000 naira? Are we together, please? Let me be sure that we are together. How many 10,000 naira is in 300,000? Please, who is there with me? We are going to now tell the person, it's also time, but this is when I'll finish paying your money. I did that, I did that. So after the first experience I first had, I had another experience last year where one of my staff stole some money and some people's goods, and I was 28 million basically. I had to pay. I called at first I was frustrated and all of that. I just remember that, I have this book where I read this principle of how to get out of debt. I went back to the book, reviewed the principle, and I said, yes, I can do it. I called all of them one after the other, and I told them, this is what is going on. I'm so sorry, for my negligence in business and all of that. Let's get to how I can pay you back now. I asked them, should I be paying you like this? Or I should be paying you, I should gather the money and pay? They say, no, I prefer you pay me at once, Some of them say, no, I prefer you pay me in bits. I prefer you give me about a specific date when you want me to pay. I said, no problem, whatever you want. So I told them one after the other, your own name, I'm going to finish paying you your own money from January till March. The next date I will pick up, I will tell this next date, your own money cannot come between. The person said, I want my money now. I said, no, I'm sorry. I can't pay you between January till March. I already have somebody that I'm owing higher that I'm paying between January till March. I'm going to be paying you from April till June. So that was how I settled that debt. I paid them bit by bit. Say, okay, how much will you be paying? I told them, this is the amount, this is my 10%, this is the amount I can afford to pay you within those months. 25,000, 50,000. That's how I finished paying and cleared all those debts. All right, next we have the system works. And here's proof. You can see on the screen, on your screen, you can look onto the screen, you see people who had, so many stories. This is Ngozi from Lagos, this is Emeka from Port Harcourt, this is Blessing from Calabar. They joined and they have watched and they have seen changes happen. I don't just teach, like she has said, Blessing. I work with you. I work with you by the hand. If you need me to work with you hand in hand, according to the kind of debts that you have, you can book a session with me and we'll get started. Now, get to in a little bit and be wondering, what can I do? Am I sure I'm ready for this? Am I sure I'm ready for this change? Yes, you will have to be ready. You have to plan it. Can I start next month? Next month has begin all over this year. I will pay next month. I will do next month. I will be serious next month. I will change next month. Procrastination is not good for you at the moment. You have to intentionally take the bulls by its own. Yes, your income is too small. No, it is a lie. Your income is not too small. You are the one that is not managing your money properly. You think you can figure it out yourself? It is your choice. But maybe if you have somebody by your side that is pushing you, that is following you up intentionally to make sure that you spend your money right, and to make sure that you are paying those people their debt, maybe that would work. I can also work with you in helping you get out of that debt. How? By ensuring that I follow you up, ensure that we write out the amount of money you are owing together. That's you and I one-on-one session, whereby we'll sit down together and I tell you, this is the person's, you should start paying first. Talk to this person and get back to me. If you don't know how to approach the person, I can write you a script whereby you can use to talk to the person over the phone, over a call, and you give me feedback. They will follow up on you paying the person, appropriately. Now, here is the offer. Like I've mentioned, there is a mentorship spot that's it now. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp. Let me tell you what it is to get started. If you want a 1 hour time with me, you want to talk to me about how much you are owing, who you are owing, how you want to manage your money, how you want to go about your funds, you are confused, you are frustrated, you don't know how to begin. This is me telling you that I'm available for mentorship one-on-one program with you. Yes, you can go to my WhatsApp right now and go and send a message that you are interested in the mentorship program, and I'll tell you how to go about it. I've told you, like I said earlier, I am not here this evening to waste anybody's time. Yes, I said it before. I'm not here this evening to waste anybody's time. I'm here to just get to it. And all right, everybody, if you know you got value, I want you to go to the chat and drop an emoji. Let me see. Go to the chat. Drop an emoji. Let me be sure you are here with me. Drop an emoji. The favorite emoji. Say I got value. Go to the comment section and say I. If you have any questions, asking questions and answering. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask. You raise your electronic hand so that I can grant you access to answer your questions.